Hey, what's happening? This is your boy Mike Williams. Welcome to my fan page. Just sitting here kicking it. I felt like going live this morning. Something I wanted to share. Something I'm dealing with. Something I'm trying to push through, and I'm pretty much trying to connect with others who might be dealing with the same thing, and maybe give a solution, or invite you guys on this walk with me to kind of get over this hump. And my question, like as I posted up there, was, have you ever felt like you weren't living up to your potential? And I mean, I know that I feel that way. I feel that way often, and I know a lot of other people out there feel the same way. So I figured I'd go live and just talk about it real quick. And and when I talk about what I might be dealing with, I'm an entrepreneur. I do a few other things as well. And I believe that, sometimes you get in a situation where you kind of compare yourself to your peers, which is not a good thing to do. And, in your mind, you might say, you know what, I do that better than him or her, right? I know I'm talented. Why aren't I as far as I thought I would be at this time in my life? A lot of us get that way, and it's cool to get that way. It's cool to think about your situation, and it's cool to think about your goals and wanting to do more, be more, become more. I think that those are good things to sit down and ponder on. Sometimes you read certain books that try to pull it out of you and everything, but that question always comes up, like, man, I'm really not living up to my potential. I'm 34 years old, and I believe that I should be so much further. When I look back a little bit and I look at all the opportunities I've had, all the opportunities I've worked with, and all the people I've met, and the places I've gone, the things I've done, I'm like, I should be so much further than where I am right now. Although I have gratitude. I'm blessed to be in the position that I'm in. But sometimes you kind of, you look at your talent, like, I'm so much more talented than the position I am, and why is that? Right. And I've been pondering on this all week, and I figured, let's go live and let's talk about it. And when I look back at everything, the only thing that pops up to me is being inconsistent. Okay. It doesn't matter how successful you become, or, what track you're on, or, where you're working, how many degrees you got. If you aren't consistent in a particular area for a duration of time, right, you're never going to live up to your full potential. You're never going to maximize on your full potential at all. So I look back and I looked at all the inconsistencies that I had in entrepreneurship. Had a lot of highs, and instead of being consistent and making sure that you were constantly growing, I just flatlined. And here I am moving on to the next thing, even though the last thing hadn't been built to the potential it needed to be built at. And I think a lot of people deal with that inconsistencies, whether it's at the job, whether it's their home-based business, relationships, whatever the case may be. That inconsistency piece destroys us, right? Because sometimes we run into these walls that we really don't feel like jumping over. So what we do is we go on to another gig until we run into another wall, until we run into another wall, until we run into another wall. And we never, ever, ever reach that level of potential that we know we deserve, or we can, or we have that capacity to develop to. We never will get there because of inconsistencies. And I'm kind of just like an open confession, because I talk about being consistent sometimes on my fan page, and then I look back at all the different things that I've done. I'm like, man, I haven't been that consistent. Honestly, I haven't been as consistent as I should have been, or I would be in such a different position today. So that's what I'm saying. So when you really think about, when that question comes up in your head and you say, I'm not living up to my best potential, most likely it's because you haven't been consistent in certain areas. And I know I haven't. And what I'm going to do now, because, my ultimate goal has always to be a motivational speaker. Here I am, 34, been through various different entrepreneurial opportunities, sales positions, even police officer, all these different things. And I've yet to put on my first event. But here I am wanting to become something, and I haven't been taking the steps towards actually making that happen. And an old mentor of mine told me, he said, if you want to be a successful speaker, you should be doing one live event per week, right? So what I'm going to do to help me, and I hope you guys will join me on this journey, if there's an area that you feel you've been inconsistent at, if there's something that you need to start focusing on every day, I'm hoping you will take this journey with me over the next 90 days. I'm going to do one live video a day, straight 90 days, one live video a day. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I'm going to get on the live stream and I'm going to just naturally speak once a day over the course of the next 90 days. And maybe even further than that, but my goal is 90 days. And whatever area you're inconsistent at, whether it be health, relationships, finances, whatever, if there's something you can focus on every day, just a little bit, just every day, because I believe that helping us to become more consistent in one area, right, it will spill over to other areas in our lives. So when we create that habit of consistency in one area, it's going to start to spill over into other areas of our lives, and we can start to live out our best lives, right? We can start to have that potential that we know we're capable of accomplishing, right? Because at some point you just get tired, you just get fed up. Like, you know what? I can do more, I can be more, I can do more, I can be more. Now it's time to just do more, right? And let be more naturally just happen over the course of you just developing new habits every single day. So I'm starting with doing a live video every single day over the course of the next 90 days. And that's going to help me kind of, build up that not a wall, I don't want to say a wall, but just build up that momentum I need to get myself to developing that first event that I know I should be putting on every single month, year, or whatever the case may be. So I can finally step into those shoes of being a successful motivational speaker and really practicing this craft so that I'll be good at it, right? Whatever it is that you are inconsistent at, I would love for you to comment below. If you're going to take this journey with me, you're going to rock out with me. Follow the fan page, and you're going to get the updated videos and, different tips and tricks. Because once we start really getting into momentum and getting into the groove of things, your mind, your ideals just start to open up, right? Doors will start to open up. People that you need to be in contact with will start showing up. But you got to show the universe, you got to show, everybody around you that, hey, you're going to finally be consistent, right? Finally, you're going to be consistent in that area and get it done. I've been through so many different opportunities and having family and friends saying, oh, you're doing this now, you're doing that now, you're doing this now. And, even though they've seen the trickles of success, right, the way I was talking, I should have been a multimillionaire beyond by the age of 34, but I'm not, because I haven't been consistent in that area of developing my business, developing my craft of being a speaker, a sales professional, and so forth and so on. So that's what I'm looking to do over the next 90 days. I hope you're looking to do it too. Join me on this this journey of being more consistent, so that all of what we can be consistent in will start to flow over into other areas of our lives, and we can really start living out our best lives and living up to the potential that we know we can live up to. All right, guys, I'll see you guys soon. Peace.